Good Monday morning and welcome to Twin number 55. This week in Nerd News, or in 5 minutes or less, I want to share with you just some stories that we really do need to be paying attention to. And what a roller coaster week it's been. But today I want to focus on rats a little bit. Remote access Trojans. And they are as nasty as the rats that you might find in a house. And you want to catch them and not have them sit around for any length of time. But rats are one of the best, most powerful tools in the mind of a cyber criminal that they have in their bag of tricks. They've existed since the dawn of the internet. And this week, researchers found out about one particular one that's been active for 6 months and only now discovered. Rats represent the ultimate command and control environment. Now, if you're infected, you may have absolutely no telltale signs whatsoever, and yet the criminal has full capability to launch any type of attack from the victim's computer while it's online or remotely commandeer it. Now, this newly discovered one, dubbed SysJoker, is built for Windows, for Mac OS, and Linux. And what makes it nearly impossible to detect or block is that it uses Google Drive Doc as a sort of recipe to determine which domain to use to phone home. So it's kind of like an obfuscation layer. And this researcher found that it changed a phone home domain 3 times during his observation. And so the idea of blocking a known threat or a block list makes it impossible. Fortunately, Zero Trust Connectivity once again to the rescue. Russia arrests these 14 alleged members of the REvil ransomware gang. Now, as per this article, this arrest sets an important precedent, with Moscow admitting for the first time that major ransomware criminals reside in Russia. A new Chrome security feature aims to curtail an entire class of web attacks that rely on the browser being a beachhead to access the internal networks, having a victim tricked into visiting a website that then also accesses internal web resources. Now, this is a really good move for Google to make, but it will require developers to test the legitimate uses that take the same approach for legitimate purposes to make sure those aren't broken. So we have some of our work cut out for us. And I'm including this here just so that we're all aware that there's no escaping the Fed spending on facial recognition. None of us like it, but it is here to stay. And as long as we're afraid of real-world criminals, there will always be justification for this kind of thing. And in the last story, Moxie is leaving CEO, or leaving the position of CEO out of Signal, and his reasons for leaving appear legitimate, and yet we're very, very grateful for the great work that he's left behind, allowing end-to-end encryption in messaging to exist with open source that is inspectable and verifiable by anyone. And did you know that the 2G cellular protocol will be able to be turned off at the modem level now on new Android phones? 2G is the protocol required for stingrays to intercept cellular communications, and being able to switch that capability off is wonderful news. Good move for Android, and here's hoping that Apple follows suit very quickly. Bye for now. See you next week.